Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Pokemon Sleep. It's time to check out another relaxing day on Old Gold Power Plant, but we've got a version update that went through last night. So we got some information to download and unpack all of these wonderful little surprises waiting for us. There we are. It's been a while since I last had to see some of these bigger changes unfold, so this should be a fun and exciting Thursday update. Full 100 sleep score. I did sleep in just a little bit, but almost no dozing. My body needed some hardcore rest, mostly snoozing. 12%, okay. Not bad, because usually for me that's what feels like the most restful sleep. Oh, we finally got a 4-star. 6 spawns now. Let's see who's at camp today. Alright. So we got Eevee, Dugtrio, Mareepa Topbelly, Fuecoco. Who else is hanging out? And another Fuecoco. Alright. Oh, and there's a Flaffy I missed hanging out down in the trees. And no one's hungry. Dugtrio is in close range, but I'm not super worried about that. That's more of just like, if there is absolutely nothing else. I think that I forgot when I made my chart that Fuecoco spawns on Old Gold Power Plant. So this is definitely one to try and get so we can get those apples. Actually, bear with me for a moment. I'm gonna check and try to do things a little on the live side. I mean, having more Fuecoco is also good. Yeah, Fuecoco is still on that list, so I guess I just forgot. Plum forgot. So, I've got an opportunity for 2. I did get some of those Cresselia Great Biscuits. I think I'll take advantage of that. At least this once. Mostly for the fact because it's on the most wanted list for me. Things I am still actively searching for. Alright, we get to check 2. Alright, that's nice. Yeah, the only other snoozing sleep would have been any Shinx. No Shinx today, but be good to keep an eye out. Alright, that'll wrap up snack time for today. I'm gonna go with Eevee on this one, I think. I know some folks were not too happy of not getting Palmy candy sent out yesterday, so I'll make sure to be mindful of that next time. I'm still learning. I'm still learning as well. So like, there's still some, I am not the absolute authority on things. Just having a little fun and exciting time. But yeah, we can share out Eevee, give some folks some more evolution candy. And that bar starts to fill again. It's been a while since I've needed XP. Alright, 2 checks. First one up is a careful nature Fuecoco. We got 3 apples. That's the spread that I'm looking for. We have skill level up M in that first slot. Inventory up is good. Helping speed is good. Ingredient finding is good. And skill trigger is not bad. But careful is bad. Ugh. Alright, well. Fuecoco, step into my office. Not with all these silly ads. I want to see how negatively that is impacted. Skill level up M. The inventory up can be sub-skilled. The helping speed can be sub-skilled. Ingredient finding is out of reach to really make a difference. So this may not go as good as I would like it. But let's just see at base level, what are we working with? Getting better, but that is still a steep climb. Really looking at where things settle out from past 75. Because just looking at this now, it looks like it's going to pull in, because of that nature, 52 apples a day. And again, this is Fuecoco. I really should be running this as Skeleturge. Oh, and it did bump up now. It does do 65 because that is now the new level cap. Yeah, but at least 76. Not a bad amount, but I think I need closer to 90 in a given day, 30 for each meal, in order for things to really work out the way that I need it to. So that's 60. Really should just toggle off 60 and just let it go straight to 65. Save a little bit of time in calculating. But everything else seems to be working out okay. Alright, this may take a little bit to get through all of the calculation. Maybe I should circle back to this and carry on. It does look like, though, at 75, it is getting the 90 that's needed. It's just a long way away to not get to really not have a payoff until 60, which up until today was the cap. All right. Let's carry on for now. Rash. And sausage, so automatically not what I'm looking for, but we can at least look at the sub-skills. We got skill level up, energy recovery bonus. That one did get a nice little buff. Oh, and it is called out in there too, which is nice. Skill trigger, berry finding skill trigger. See, now if I could just put this nature on the other Coco, I'd be hunky-dory. Oh well, so that's just the roll of the dice sometimes. At least I had 2 opportunities to check. Alright. Some sneaky snacking from last night. Back to the single stamps. I missed the double stamps. Those were just, this is just nice. Alright. Right. Before I collect, let's check in. There's going to be the confirmation of maintenance. Yeah, so we had maintenance complete. So that's just letting us know work's done. You know, no emergency additional work that has to get completed. We talked about this with the introduction, so this is just popping it back up to the top. Research rank is now 65. Max level is now 65. Metronome is now available to level 7. Dream Shard Magnet S is available to level 8. Recipes can be leveled to 65, and the max Pokemon box capacity is now 1,200. Also had some balance adjustments to to Research XP bonus. Energy recovery bonus we just covered. Can now get a little bit more energy out. We've got scroll bars in more places. Discard abilities for the item detail screen is just moved around a little bit, and other bug squashing. So we'll check that out in a second. Community. How did you all sleep last night? 36. Not bad. Thank you everyone for your continued sleep research. All that candy is certainly helpful. Alrighty. So, gotta get my research rank back up again. But now I can finally, if I wanted to, I could switch out for the rest of the week and do Limbercorn Stew and get that leveled back up again. But there's plenty of time for it. It's just nice that there's it has been uncapped again. Almo. First double trigger. Yay. I need that energy. All right. Right, you just got stuff. I'm just gonna let you continue to just keep finding berries. Speaking of which, on the mission side of things, we did not have any berry missions this week. Interesting. So, everything else is working out pretty good. Don't think the Grubbin Incense is going to happen this week, as much as I would like that to happen. I just got to continue to get research rank up. But let's see. I guess it's just time to make breakfast. And then we can circle back to see how this Fuecoco is doing on its calculation. feel like there might be a little bit more to unpack there. Alright. No extra tasty. But again, 19,000 dish strength. Slowly getting that ranked up. Almost into grade 5. Like I said, I'll be happy to get into the ultras by the end of the week. So that's really kind of like my end goal, at least for now. I know that this is going to be, it's not as explosive as I want it to be to start, but that's just having to kind of temper those expectations. Alright, that takes care of everything with regular sleep research. So let's pop back over . There we go. Disappear for a sec. So, it looks like it's finishing around PR 57, and it is settling in at about 90 apples a day on its current loadout without any intervention. And just briefly looking at the current list of recipes, that's really coming in for things like desserts. Desserts have a lot of apples, like the tea time corn scones, the Zing Zap spiced cola. We have it in the Calm Mind fruit salad. So everything but the Zing Zap Spice Cola, 90 would be enough. But I'd actually need 105 in order to get the Zing Zap Spice Cola made regularly. So, what I would like to do, I'm going to rerun this. And we're just gonna, all right, that's a premium one. Okay, I gotcha. We can leave skill level up as is. We can bump up inventory up. We can bump up helping speed and bump up ingredient finder. And I'm only just gonna run this to 75 because I don't need to see where it's gonna cap out. But I would like to see, with some subskill seed investment, what I'm looking at. Because it is a pretty rough ride, at least up to 30, when it's then at least somewhat manageable. Just to see where things settle out. And while that's going on, you'll hear some menu items. I'm just also checking the current amount of Koi Cocoa and Crocolore that I've got kicking around. Because the one that I'm using currently to gather apples does have fiery herbs in its last slot, so it is not going to get the amount that I need. And the 97% one that I've got has sausage in the middle, which means at 60, it may get enough, and I can run a comparison to see if that is enough, and if it's just, you know, now that there's been enough changes of like other balance adjustments and stuff going on to see where things kind of settle out. But it does look like, at least for me, nothing's quite hitting what I need it to. which is why I think I've been looking at this a little bit more intently. So yeah, reaching out into the 95 percentile, 120 does meet what I need it to do. It just requires getting it to 75, which is currently impossible. At 65, it just isn't enough. At 89. So I think as much as I want this to work, I think this is just unreasonable. So I think I will just continue to search on for that apple finding Foy Cocoa, and hopefully find one that doesn't have an ingredient down nature to get it out the gate. Alright, that's going to wrap it up for me for today. Thanks so much for stopping by. Programming note, I have an early morning tomorrow instead of today. So if you got me a little early today, you're going to have me later evening tomorrow. But I'm excited to see what comes in, as this is the first non-event week on Old Gold Power Plant for me. Let's see if any more fun or interesting spawns come my way. Maybe I'll get lucky this week and can find any one of those now 5 Pokemon that are Pokemon I'm looking for here. I'm hoping sooner than later, but I know I got plenty of time here, so I'm not too worried. That'll be it for me for today. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you're enjoying the content, leave a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. I upload daily to go over my sleep research. I'm just looking to have a fun, casual, good time. And until tomorrow, sleep well.